Hey, what's going on guys, it's Lasty here and welcome back to another FIFA 13 Ultimate Team Squad Builder. Today we're going to be going with the budget builders again. Two teams to show you today. So what you're going to need to complete this is around 80,000 coins, which a lot of you have on this game. And we've got two pretty solid teams to show you. However, if you guys are looking to buy some coins, be sure to check out the description below. That'll be for UT coin traders. They'll offer you a fast and reliable service, guys. Right, let's get into this video, shall we? The first team I'm going to show you is actually called Budget 2. I built it after the first one, but I want to show you this one first, and it's going to be a 4-3-1-2 side, something which I don't ever really use. So I put it out on Twitter the other day. I was like, hey guys, is 4-3-1-2 any good? Or is it really narrow? Because obviously you don't have any wide players at all. So I asked the peeps on Twitter and they came back with a mixed response. One was sort of, you know, like, yeah, it's too narrow, you need some more wingers out there and stuff. And the other ones were like, oh man, I've gone 40 games unbeaten with it. So, do you know what? I thought, hey, we'll give it a try. This squad right here, I believe, is going to cost you about 36,000 coins. So let's just go through it, shall we? In goal, we've got Steve Mandanda. Because you need the Marseille link for the centre back there. He's got 86 diving, 83 handling, 81 kicking, 86 reflexes and 83 positioning. So on his card, they're great stats, and he was actually alright for me this time. Has been absolutely shocking for me once before, but I got on alright with him this time, not too bad at all. Our left back and right back, we're going to go with Abate and Bedimo and Sam. 93 pace and 82 pace, and then some solid stats across the board for both players there, not too bad at all, and both relatively cheap. Two centre backs today, we've gone with some pace. It's always good to have some pace on Ultimate Team, and that is the upgraded Nkulu and obviously the regular card for Chiellini. So we've got 79 and 80 pace there, and 82 and 86 defending. So that right there is pretty solid. Also, if you didn't know, Chiellini has got an absolute rocket of a left-footed shot on him. I've been playing my mate Jamie a lot recently, and it's been sort of something we've been trying to do. Is just I've been trying to score with Chiellini, and whatever I do, he's just like, I am going to make sure I tackle you because you are not scoring a scorcher with him to put in your video. So unfortunately, I haven't scored one because he's been like hounding me down as soon as I get on Chiellini, but. Two great players, and you know, a solid defence there, and a great, just a great back five there in this team. Our three centre midfielders, right? If you're using the 4-3-1-2, from what I can gather, you're going to need someone who's a bit rock solid. So right in the middle, we have got Arturo Vidal. Great stats across the board there, and a solid player. Really incredible on Ultimate Team. He's got pretty much everything apart from 4-star skills. He's got the 3-star skill moves, which does him fine, you know. You don't necessarily need it. It would just be an incredible asset for him to have. He would be like Kevin Prince Boateng if he had 4-star skills. Just really solid across the board. And then we actually decided we could have gone with someone like Pirlo, but we went with Marquisio out here, who was like 1,400 coins, which is crazy. But he, like Vidal, has got some great stats across the board, does very well, and helps out defensively also. So that's two really defensive-minded, but also great going forward players. So two rock-solid centre mids. And then the third one is a little bit different. Someone I've never used before. He's low-rated. He's only 75 rated, and that is Valdivia. I'm going to pronounce it. He's Chilean. He plays in the Liga de Brazil for Palmeiras, or however you say that. And wow, what an incredible player. Like, I haven't enjoyed a player as much as him for ages. He's got 5-star skill moves, which is probably one of the reasons I love him. But if you look at the card, you think, okay, 71 pace, so he's fairly slow. 65 shooting is not great either. But he's just awesome. Highly recommend him. He's a default cam, and he is discard price, but if you want to in the centre mid, then he's going to cost you about 8,000 coins, which is why this team goes up in price a little bit. But obviously, you know, in a different formation, try him out at cam or something. An incredible player, trust me. Then we move on to Vargas, who was so vacant for me. He was absent. I didn't see him do a single thing, which is such a shame. I've never used him. and I really wanted him to be pretty good because he looks like a great card on you know, his stats and stuff, but unfortunately he just wasn't for me, which is a shame. And then you've got two overpowered strikers in Wellington and Alex Pato, who have the pace, have both got 4-star skill moves, have just both gotten lovely shots on them, and they're just beasts. Simple as that. They're incredible players on this game. So that tops the team off. As you can see, we've got pace and sort of 4-star skills up front, two rock solid mids with one flair midfielder who actually works out incredibly well, and then pacey, strengthy defenders at the back. So that is the first team. 36,000 coins if you factor into the price of the cam to centre mid card for Valdivia. But I really recommend that team, and the 4-3-1-2 worked pretty well. So a nice squad. Moving on to the other squad, the 4-5-1 budget squad, and this one will cost you about 40 to 46,000 coins, something like that. But in goal, we've got Brad Friedel, who needs that chemistry link like Kabul, I believe, needs the chemistry link. So you could get Laurie, but then it obviously doesn't become a budget squad at all. But Brad Friedel's not too bad, actually. He might be a bit slow at 45 speed, but he's got very good handling and positioning, so it makes him a decent keeper on this game. Right and left back, we went with Bakary Sagna and Alaba, who are two very different players actually from what, you know, from using them this time. Sagna is very defensively minded, I found, even though they both have high attacking and medium defensive. I found that Sagna worked more as a defender than Alaba, who could be a left forward for all intensive purposes. He loves to get up the pitch and does a really great job when he's up there, and I think he's rapid enough to get back and help out at that left back spot, which is obviously his main job. So pretty good right back and left back. Two absolute beasts at centre back. We've got pace again, 75 and 77. We've also got height. I believe Kabul is 6'3" and Jerome Boateng is 6'4", I think. Yeah, they're both arguably the best centre backs in the game. In my opinion, I just get on so well, especially Boateng. I get on so well with him. Such an incredible player. Love him to bits. Gundogan in centre mid is an awesome player. He is just incredible. Look at the stats on him. I mean, he's good defensively as well as attacking minded. He's got 4-star skills and weak foot, I believe. And he actually cost me 4,000 coins because of the Dortmund hype at the moment, because of all the Champions League and stuff. And he's worth it, to be honest. He might be a non-rare gold card, but he's definitely worth that coinage. Out on the left and right mid, we've gone with a bit of skill. We've got some 5-star skillers in the team. I do like to get at least one in there. We've got Robinho and Ben Arfa, who are two very similar players. Both not the tallest, both very quick and good at wriggling through the defences and stuff. And I got on especially well with Robinho this time. He actually scored a very nice goal for me and was an incredible little player. Two good players indeed. Great dribbling and great sort of ball control and stuff. Really good players. The cams, well, let me just start off. This whole team was based on this top three. I wanted to get Balotelli, Royce, and Kevin Prince Boateng into a squad, and this is kind of the only thing I could think of after a little while of sort of messing about on Foothead and stuff. So Kevin Prince Boateng has got some great stats across the board. Like I said, he's very much like Vidal, but he has more skill moves and stuff, so that's awesome. And he's just such a great player. Also, it's good to get the two brothers in the team. Jerome and Kevin Prince are both brothers, but they have different nationalities. I believe Jerome chose the German nationality after obviously being in the country for enough length of time. I believe that's what happens anyway. And then Marco Reus is just one of the best players on Ultimate Team, probably the best player on Ultimate Team. He's got the pace, he's got the shooting, he's got the dribbling, and he's just awesome. 4-star skills and weak foot as well, and he's just an incredible player. He actually scored the best free kick I've scored on this game this year with him, and I'll show you that in the clips. Just a great goal. And then the main man up top, Mario Balotelli. It's good to have a big guy up there like this, and he works incredibly well, scoring all the goals for you, wrapping it up. He's got a lot of strength and stuff, and is just a quality player. So those are the two squads. This one will cost you about 46k, so in all you're going to need about 80. You can probably get it for a little bit cheaper than that, especially with all the market crash type things that's happening right now. So I thought I'd show you a couple of cool little cheap squads like that. Goals coming up are going to be nothing special. I haven't had too much time to play with them, unfortunately, but from what I have used, they are both an incredible side. So thank you for watching. I'll actually commentate over the goals, so I will catch you in a second. Peace. Okay, it is goal time. First off, we've got a couple of goals from each of the defenders. Like Chiellini scored a couple of Bolton headers, and then I believe Nkulu scores a couple, which for me was a bit strange because he's little. I mean, he's only 5'11". For a centre-back, that's not the tallest, and he doesn't actually look very tall compared to the centre-backs that he's up against, but he scored a couple of good goals. This was really nice here from Vidal. Nice sort of stopped roulette, and then a great finish into the top of the net. Gundogan did a good job for me, as always. I mean, wriggling around with his good dribbling skills and stuff, and planting a nice one into the bottom of the net. Ben Arthur again, absolutely doing the defence here. The only poor thing about that was the finish. It was a bit of a P-roller, but he absolutely murked the defence off there. KPB, Kevin Prince Boateng, a great player, and he could play anywhere. He's so versatile, which is the great thing about him. And then this was a nice finish from Alex Pato, a really good player on this game as well. Robinho had a better shot than I ever remember him having. I mean, look at that. That's a really cool little goal. And then the star of the show, Valdivia, just played incredibly well for me. I just can't wait to put him in another team because he's a little beast for what you pay. I mean, if you're playing him in a central cam where he's going to get even more involved, that's just awesome. And he's going to cost you about 700 coins, which is fantastic. I mean, the power in his shots is just unreal. Eduardo Vargas, probably won't use him again. It just didn't really do much for me at all. Marco Reus, however, he's like an underused gem. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but no, I'm only kidding. But look at this. That is a power free kick, and bam, that goes into the back of the net. That right there is the best free kick I've scored on FIFA this year. So I hope you've enjoyed. Here's a couple of replays to play the video out. I hope you've enjoyed. 1,000 likes would be incredible, guys, on a weeknight. Let's see if we can do it, and I will catch you again soon. Peace.